Hello, it's Matt with Flood Fridays. Today we're going to be looking at things to consider when cutting seatbelts, be that with your standard issue knife or with the seatbelt cutter glass breaker that you get issued. So main thing that we really want to be doing when cutting seatbelts is making sure we're not cutting towards a casualty or cutting towards ourselves. So not such an issue when we're using the seatbelt cutter because it's got a nice protected edge. But things that do make it a lot easier is if we're grabbing the seatbelt across our fingers and putting tension down the entire line, and we want to be cutting at a 45-degree angle. So not cutting straight across because it's not as effective for doing that. Doesn't really want to cut. If we put a bit of tension in it, cut on a 45 degree, it's going to give us a nice clean cut. So now when we're cutting our seatbelt using our knife, we really want to have a plan and removing our knife as late as we possibly can while still doing everything safely, just because we want to be really careful with a live edge around our casualty and ourselves in such an unstable environment. So ideally, we're creating our loop or our bite before we even desheath our knife. We're then making a really clear call, knife coming out and desheathing our knife. We want to make sure that we're cutting away from ourselves and away from our casualty. And we're doing it in small controlled steps. So really slowly, working through it, not wasting any time, cutting straight across our seatbelt before making sure we're resheathing our knife or knife secured, and then dealing with our casualty and extricating them out of the vehicle.